A limited liability company, LLC, is a legal entity used to organize a business. It combines a corporation's restricted liability with a partnership or sole proprietorship's flexibility and absence of formality. An LLC should be considered by any business owner who wants to restrict their personal liability for business debts and lawsuits. In this video, we will be looking at how to start an LLC. Before we continue, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button below, and remember to click the notification bell to be the first to know when we upload our videos. There are several benefits to forming your company as an LLC. The most obvious is that liability is limited. Members are not personally accountable for the company's activities. So, this protects the members' assets, such as their homes, cars, bank accounts, and investments, from creditors seeking to collect from the company. This protection remains in place as long as you manage your business ethically and keep your business and personal finances separate. Another benefit is flexibility in management. An LLC can be managed by members, allowing all owners to participate in day-to-day decision-making. Professional managers, who can be members or outsiders, can also oversee the firm. This is beneficial if members wish to hire people with more business experience. In many states, unless the Secretary of State or the equivalent agency indicates explicitly otherwise, an LLC is member-managed by default. An LLC is also easy to set up and maintain. The initial paperwork and fees for forming an LLC are minimal, while fees and taxes vary widely between states. The process is straightforward enough for owners to conduct without specialized knowledge. However, it's a good idea to seek advice from a lawyer or accountant. Ongoing needs are typically issued once a year. That being said, the first step to starting an LLC is to choose your company's name. Your LLC's name must adhere to the laws of your state. While each state has its own set of laws, most require that your LLC's name finish with an LLC designator, such as limited liability company or limited company, or an abbreviation of one of these phrases. However, it should not be the same as another LLC or commercial organization already registered with your state. You can often reserve your LLC name for a limited time for a nominal price until you file your articles of incorporation. You must file articles of formation with your state's corporate filing office, which is usually the Secretary of State, to form your LLC. The document is called a Certificate of Incorporation in two other states, Massachusetts and Pennsylvania. Articles of incorporation are often completed online or using a form found on your Secretary of State's website. You'll need the name of your LLC, its registered agent's name and address, and other basic information, including how it will be handled and the identities of the LLC owners. You'll have to pay a filing fee when you submit the articles. The fees in most states are low, usually under $100. A registered agent is essential for LLCs. If the LLC is sued, this person or company agrees to accept legal papers on the LLC's behalf. An actual street address in the state where the LLC is registered is required for the registered agent. Most states have a registry of private service businesses, commercial registered agents, who will function as process servers for a fee. An LLC member can serve as the company's registered agent. So, it would be best if you decided whether you want to manage as a member or as a manager. Most small LLCs are governed by their members directly, but LLCs can designate one or more people to administer the LLC, similar to how a board of directors monitors a corporation. Managers vote on major decisions like taking out a loan, buying real estate, or altering strategic goals. Next, make an operating agreement for your LLC. You should have an operating agreement for your LLC, even if most states don't require it. This internal document lays out how your LLC will function, including how it will be handled. In the absence of an operating agreement, your LLC will be governed by state law. Your LLC may be subject to additional tax and regulatory responsibilities, including 1. EIN. Even if your LLC has no employees, it must obtain its own IRS Employer Identification Number, EIN, if it has more than one member. If you incorporate a one-member LLC, you only need an EIN. If the LLC has workers, you can tax it as a corporation rather than a sole proprietorship. An EIN can be obtained by filling out an online EIN application on the IRS website. 2. Business licenses. Your LLC may need to secure additional local and state business licenses depending on the type of business it does and where it is located. Ensure you're properly registered, licensed, and permitted to do business in your state by contacting the appropriate state agencies. 3. Sales and employer taxes. In some circumstances, you'll need to register with the proper state taxing authorities, for example, if you'll be selling items and collecting sales tax, or if you have employees. Check the LLC tax and annual filings requirements. 4. Annual reports. LLCs have to file an annual report and pay a filing fee in many states. These costs can be substantial in some areas, as high as $800 per year in California. To learn more about the rules in your state, check the LLC tax and annual filings requirements. After filing the needed document, create an operating agreement. Your operating agreement should include precise information regarding your management structure, such as a breakdown of ownership, member voting rights, member and manager powers and responsibilities, and how earnings and losses are distributed. You can have a written or oral agreement, depending on the state. Many states don't require one, but it's a good idea to have one. And lastly, create a company checking account. Keeping business and personal finances separate is clever housekeeping. Having a second checking account allows you to distinguish between the two clearly. This is crucial if you wish to protect your assets, if your business operations are questioned in a lawsuit. In which state do you plan to start your LLC? Do let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be the first to watch new videos on this channel.